At the beginning of the story, a pickpocket steals a lady's purse and runs away. To retrieve the purse, a physics teacher named Michael chases after the thief. However, in the next moment, he notices that a girl named Kyung-jin, an honest police officer, is also running behind him. He gets confused about whether he is the thief or if it's the person ahead of him. Michael tries to explain to Kyung-jin that the thief is ahead of him, but she doesn't listen and instead arrests him on the spot. Michael keeps insisting that he is not the thief and that the actual thief got away because of the misunderstanding. He even shows his ID and tells Kyung-jin that he is a physics teacher at a girls' school and can create a sketch of the thief if given a chance. However, Kyung-jin doesn't believe him at first. She then tries to match his face with a known criminal, but when it doesn't match, she finally allows him to make the sketch. After making the sketch, Michael leaves, only to find the stolen purse lying on the roadside. As he picks it up, Kyung-jin appears again and arrests him once more, believing he is the thief. Fortunately, Michael's sketch helps the police catch the real culprit, and Kyung-jin is forced to let him go. Before leaving, Michael tells her that she arrested him twice and owes him an apology. Kyung-jin, however, says that sorry is not in her dictionary and that if he wants her to say it, he should change his name to Sorry. Saying this, she walks away. A few days later, Michael visits the police station and expresses his desire to assist the police in patrolling the city. A police officer informs him that all partners have already been assigned, except for one who is about to arrive. To his surprise, Kyung-jin walks in, leaving him frustrated since she had already arrested him twice before. However, he has no choice but to go on patrol with her. While patrolling, Michael tells Kyung-jin that he has just started working as a physics teacher. During their patrol, the son of an influential man misbehaves with Kyung-jin, and she teaches him a harsh lesson, showing Michael just how brave she is. Later, they spot a drug deal taking place. Kyung-jin insists on following one of the dealers to catch the entire gang. Michael hesitates, saying he wants to go home, but Kyung-jin handcuffs one of his hands to hers, forcing him to come along. They chase the suspect into a warehouse and are shocked to find a massive drug deal happening between the Korean and Russian mafias. The gang members assume that someone among them has tipped off the police and start shooting at each other. Amid the chaos, Kyung-jin captures the main dealer, and more police officers arrive at the scene. Kyung-jin's senior officer scolds her for ruining his carefully planned operation to capture both gangs. As she and Michael leave, they realize they have lost the key to the handcuffs, so they return to the police station. Just then, the influential man, whose son Kyung-jin had beaten up earlier, arrives and insults her. He even orders his men to follow her home and do whatever they want to her. Everyone fears this man, but hearing his threats enrages Michael. He grabs Kyung-jin's gun and points it at the man's head, pretending to be a murderer who has already committed 3 killings. He warns that a 4th won't make a difference to him and demands that the man kneel and apologize to Kyung-jin. Terrified, the man and his gang apologize and flee. After they leave, Michael reveals that he was only acting, as he had experience in acting. For the first time, Kyung-jin smiles. Since they are still handcuffed, they have no choice but to go to her home for the night. They sleep in separate beds but close to each other. Spending the entire day together makes Kyung-jin start to like Michael, and he, too, has feelings for her. This marks the beginning of their relationship. However, Kyung-jin constantly makes Michael do tasks for her, often frustrating him. She tells him that a good boyfriend should take care of his girlfriend. One day, while at Kyung-jin's home, Michael notices a photo on top of a piano. It shows Kyung-jin with her twin sister, who looks exactly like her. Kyung-jin reveals that her sister is no longer alive. On the day of her piano competition, she had sent her sister to attend her class so that she could participate, but her sister met with an accident and passed away. As she tells this story, she becomes very emotional. She asks Michael to share something about his past, and he recalls a high school trip with his friends where they took a group photo. They continue setting up Kyung-jin's new apartment, and Michael playfully throws a paper airplane at her. Later, They have dinner together, and Michael returns home. They spend more and more time together, growing happier in each other's company. One day, Michael surprises Kyung-jin at school with a white Jeep, saying he bought it so they could go on a trip. Overjoyed, they head to the mountains. There, Michael expresses his love for the wind and says that after he dies, he wants to become the wind. He tells Kyung-jin that if she ever feels the wind around her, she should know that it's him. That night, they stay in a village house, cook food, and enjoy their time together. Michael tries to kiss Kyung-jin, but she playfully presses a hot coal to his lips instead, causing him pain. She tells him that she will only say sorry if he changes his name to Sorry. Laughing and joking, they complete their trip and head home. On their way back, heavy rain causes a rock slide. A boulder hits their Jeep, sending it into a river. Michael loses consciousness, but Kyung-jin rescues him and revives him with CPR. Their lives continue happily. Michael stays busy at school, while Kyung-jin focuses on catching criminals. One day, Kyung-jin chases a notorious gangster while calling Michael. He rushes to the location to help her. During the encounter, another officer fires at the criminal, but the bullet accidentally hits Michael, killing him. Devastated, Kyung-jin blames herself for his death, just like her sisters. Overcome with grief, she attempts suicide by jumping off a building. However, a large yellow balloon cushions her fall. At that moment, a paper airplane similar to the one Michael made reaches her, reminding her of his words about becoming the wind. She realizes that Michael's soul is still with her. Determined to feel his presence, she fills her home with small fans, hoping they will move whenever Michael is near. She returns to her duty, fearlessly catching criminals. One day, she finds a letter from Michael asking her to play the piano again. Overwhelmed with emotion, she fulfills his last wish. Later, Kyung-jin meets the officer whose bullet had actually killed Michael. She also tracks down the gangster responsible and shoots him multiple times. However, before she can finish him, he shoots her. Just before he escapes, the remorseful officer arrives and kills the gangster. Kyung-jin is taken to the hospital, where she sees Michael's spirit. He tells her that he has passed on, but she must continue living. 3 days later, she regains consciousness. On the 50th day after Michael's death, she sees a paper airplane outside her window, realizing it's his farewell message. According to Korean beliefs, souls leave the earthly realm after 50 days. She feels Michael's presence in the wind and understands that he will always be with her. As she flips through an old book, she finds a photo of Michael from his high school trip. Shockingly, she also appears in the background, proving they had crossed paths before. As she runs to the railway station, she almost gets hit by a train, but a stranger saves her. At that moment, Michael's voice in the wind tells her that she has finally met the person whose soul resembles his. She tearfully looks at the stranger, realizing that even after death, Michael is still guiding her, proving that true love never dies.